Hello web marketing world. Brian Johnson, My Affiliate Programs, take number 4. Today we're going to talk a little bit about playing it safe online and knowing when to be not too overly aggressive, which can ultimately jeopardize your website rankings and thus potential traffic. I'm hoping that some of my painful experiences of the past can be a learning experience for you without having to experience that same exact thing yourself. Now, what I'm talking about is building a website, doing all the things right in the beginning, and spending a lot of time and energy only to be too aggressive later and to get your site in trouble with Google. Now, I'm looking at a site now that it still makes darn good money. Last year the site probably made $2,000, and for how long I put into it, it's not so bad. But if I would have been a little less aggressive, today I would have had a site that probably would have been a page rank 5, maybe even a page rank 6. And last year, instead of making say $1,000 or $2,000, probably would have made $5,000, $6,000, $8,000 with the same amount of effort. So what happened to my site? And how can you learn from that? Well, let's get into it. So basically what I did was I did all the things right in the beginning to launch a successful site. I created a site around a particular niche. This was a Halloween site. I launched it in 2005. I worked my ass off in the beginning, and I wrote a lot of great content. I didn't really focus much on affiliate links. I had a concept in the beginning, and it's a solid concept today, and we'll get into that later as far as how to protect your site, how not to get in trouble with Google, and how to still monetize the site. But basically what I did is I started off real strong. I had a lot of great content about Halloween. I had a lot of, basically I took news articles, I rewrote them, I talked about current things that were happening with Halloween, I linked to parties people were throwing, I talked about parades that were possibly going to be canceled. I linked out a lot. And after I had what I would consider the necessary amount of content in place, then I kind of hit the pavement and I started seeking out links. And I ran into some amazing link partners, and I was able to secure probably about 20 links that were of very high quality on domains that were anywhere from 3 to 10 years old, some page rank 6 websites. That was part 1, and within 3 months the site was ranking incredibly well. It started ranking really well on November 1st, which is the day after Halloween, but that's okay because there's always the next Halloween, and that's what you always have to remember. So the next year came, and unfortunately what I did the first year, I should back up a little bit, what I did basically, I started getting all these great links, and as I got really close to Halloween, I started throwing out all these affiliated posts, basically posts that were really created to drive traffic to a merchant site. And there's no reason why you shouldn't do that. And there's times when you're going to create a site solely around products, and when you do that, you have to know that there's a fair chance that Google's going to swing by your site and deem it a thin affiliate site, and they're going to de-index you, or they're going to basically give you a PR0, or they're going to give you a penalty that's going to pull away your ranking. So instead, one of the things that I did several years ago was I saw that happening, and I said, I'm going to AdSense. That's why I decided to start heading towards AdSense. And my thought was that millions of people use AdSense. AdSense is on millions of websites. Google's not going to stop by my site, and they're not going to de-index it if there aren't any affiliate links, if there's only AdSense. And so far, that's been true. I mean, I've started another site within the same niche using the same formula, and I'm just promising myself, I've actually already got 1 or 2 links to eBay, but I've probably got a total of 30 posts, and I think there's links to eBay on two posts, and that's all. It's just very few and far between. I'm not going to jeopardize my rankings this time, and I'm really trying to add solid content like I always have, but the bottom line is, once you start ranking well in Google, be very, very cautious about how you link out to affiliate programs. Never use a link that isn't encrypted. In other words, you can't link out using just a basic affiliate link. You have to have the link encrypted somehow. You have to send it through a PHP redirect or a CGI redirect or something of that nature. You want the link to look like it's on your own site. That's number one. Number two is, or not number two or number one, but you might also want to just simply think of not, as I mentioned before, not using affiliate links at all. And there's no reason why you can't make a lot of money just by doing a product review site. And what that would allow you to do would be to review all the same products, only you wouldn't use affiliate links. You just use Google AdSense, and you could even still link to the products in question. And what that would do is, sure, people are going to move away from your site, but if you can secure a 15% click-through rate, which is not impossible. In fact, I'm not going to tell you exactly what my click-through rate is with AdSense. You're not supposed to do that, but it's in that ballpark. It's pretty strong. You're going to make a lot of money, and your site's going to be there for the long haul. So be very cautious about a site that's ranking really well, and don't get carried away with your affiliate links. And always remember the things that you did early to allow you to create a site that ranks well. Because if you deviate from that, you might jeopardize your rankings, and that's something that I did to myself. And I'm kind of killing myself, because basically I'd be looking at probably, I don't know, $5,000, $6,000 with little work, and now I'm going to settle for 20% of that this Halloween. So don't jeopardize your rankings once you've established a solid ranking website, and don't sell yourself short, and think long term. I hope you are having a good August, and happy marketing, Internet.